This is my fit for today. This is my fit for today. Hello, how are you all doing today? Today is a great day to put your fit on, and I've put on my fit for today. This is my fit for today. And I have on a whimsical flower that I have on. It's a pin, and it also can, yes, it's a pin, a brooch, and then also I have on my black flower that I have on too, and then also the black patent leather corsage blouse, not corsage, but I can't remember the name of this flower that I have on. And I have on my Gucci brooch that I have on up at the top on my lapel. And I have on my supersized black leather wide belt that I have on. And I have on a Michael Kors crocheted halter top with a cream trim around in the shape of a V that I have on. And I also have on a vest that's underneath my jacket that I have on, which is a crop top jacket that I have on. And I also have on some Anthropologie socks that I have on, along with my Schutz shoes, slingback, pearl, ivory slingbacks that I have on. And I put this look together and I was like, oh my goodness, I love it. I just love it. And I believe they are and have wore this look on the runway, especially paired with the socks that I have on. And you can also, like I did before on my other fit, go look back at it with the shorts, the denim two-piece boyish look that I had on that was a preppy look as well, and chic and classy. I had on knee-high socks that I had on with it. So you can interchange your socks that you want to. And that brings me to my theme, talking about fashion intellect. And fashion intellect is knowing the history of fashion. And the history of fashion, you think to yourself, well, when we wore and put clothes on in the beginning, we put clothes on out of a necessity to help us, to keep us from the elements, to protect our bodies from the elements. I understand that's someone's history of how they explain how fashion came into being. Once we figured out how to dress ourselves and protect our bodies from the elements, then we begin to notice how we looked and what we put on. That's what it's saying, which, it could be explained that way, but even so, knowing that information, we take it to where we've even taken it further. And where I've added into fashion, my input is how to get dressed from the inside out, instead of just putting on things from the outside, even though clothes are a necessity that we must wear, okay? And but for me, getting dressed from the inside is just letting us to know who we are, figuring out and discovering what our gifts are. I keep saying that to you because you have to start from the inside of yourself to know who you are, to know who we are, to get to know who ourself is, to figure out how to move forward, and fashion is a tool that I use to help women discover their natural born gifts that they have. And there's a technique that I use in how to do that. I sit down and have a consultation, and we deep dive into the inner self to figure out who we are. And a lot of times the women, when they find out they're in tears, they're like, I didn't know that about myself. And that's and it displayed in how I wore what I wore outwardly. I was hiding, for instance. I was hiding so I would wear oversized clothes because I didn't feel like I looked good in any other size clothing on my body because I don't like my body shape. But we must embrace our body shape. We must embrace our bodies because this is our body. We must say, look, this is me. I love me. I accept me. I'm going to be me. No, regardless of what anybody else says that is contradictory to what I just said about myself, because I believe in me and I know I have things to offer and to serve up to help others to encourage to be themselves in who they are, okay, and to discover their gifts on the inside, all right? So we must learn to know who we are, okay? Just start there with yourself and get a piece of paper and get quiet. You might have some soft music playing in the background, but nothing with words in it, because you want to be left with your own thoughts to think, what is it that I love to do? What is my passion that I love to do? And once you do that, fashion can take you many places. It can get you into a lot of doors. It can, and we must understand how to use that tool, and I see so many things in fashion and I love it. I love it. I love it. And like I said, you have to just get in the mirror and tell yourself, you are beautiful. I am beautiful. I am accepted. I have gifts. I have something to serve others with that is from a place of sincerity and authenticity. And once we do that and discover what our gifts are, we can serve them up, and those gifts will be able to monetize them and to be self-supporting and things. So you want to talk fashion? Talk fashion in the comments and ask me some questions about fashion. Okay, what do you all want to hear about my fit for today? Just different things that you've always wanted to ask, but didn't have an opportunity or have a platform or have someone, that you could discuss fashion with, okay? For instance, what is your pressure point on what gets you frustrated about your body type? And let's keep it professional when you do express it. Just, it can be your abdomen. It can be your bust. It can be your shoulders. It can be your feet. It can be your knees. It can be your calves, your arms, your hands, okay? And say, I've always been shy and held back because I didn't feel that this body part was desirable to look at because I don't like it because I bite my fingernails. I do, different things and stuff. And let me to know, and I will let you to know back about that, because every part of you is beautiful. Every part. Because if it wasn't, you wouldn't have been born and you wouldn't have made it from heaven to earth. You wouldn't have made it. You wouldn't have been born. Okay? But you're here. Okay? And we need your gifts, because your gifts help us sharpen our gifts so that we can continue to grow and to serve others. Okay? And it also reflects back to you that what I have can help you to discover your gifts and to help you to enhance those gifts and move forward and doing the things that you need to do. So we help each other in this transformation process, and I help us to transform through the tool of fashion. So this is my look for today. This is my look for today? What is your look for today? Comment below. What did you put on today? Did you get up and get dressed and put your fit on? Did you do it? Did you do it? All right, I hope you did. Love you, loves. This is my fit for today. Love you, loves.